Hashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled Avoid Modern Day Marriage. And I was going to make it a bit more vulgar. I was going to entitle it something like Modern Day Marriage is for Idiots. I was going to say something like that, but you got to also remember, there's certain brothers that are in that situation. And I'm not speaking about the brothers who have already been in that situation before, they came into the truth and so on and so forth, because they're already in that situation. But I'm speaking about brothers who, moving forward, right? Now that you know the truth, now that you understand how this system works, when you deal with any of these legal experts, they say there's absolutely zero benefit for a man to marry a woman in the legal sense of today's society. Okay, and when you look at it, all it can lead to is you being liable to catch hell. Okay, and I was listening to this guy's story, Benjamin Hart and his daughter, this entitled brat, with her Maddie Hart or whatever the case may be. She's just an entitled brat. And you hear about the things they complain about. And that's why you don't want daughters, okay? Specifically in this society. In the kingdom, it's not going to be a problem. But in this society, if you have a problem with the wife, the daughters will side with the wife. And they don't use logic. I know because, looking at my own family life and seeing how the women react in that situation. But anyways, what I want to do is I want to go into some scriptures to highlight, what marriage was in the ancient world, right? And what you women were created for. It's not, you weren't created to be constantly happy all the time. That's not what you were created to be, right? So I don't mean when I say you're not created to be happy all the time, meaning a man's purpose is not to make you happy. That's not a man's purpose on the earth, because most divorces come from these women, but they think that men are here to serve them. Men are here to make them feel happy. No, you're actually here to make his life easier. That's why the Heavenly Father created you. Let's go to Genesis, the 2nd chapter. Okay, this is Genesis 2 and verse 18, and it reads, "And Yahweh power said, it is not good that the man should be alone," which is true. This is why brothers is catching so much hell. The majority of the reasons is because they don't have a woman. If they had a woman in this society, in this hellhole, it wouldn't be as much hell, right? I mean, a woman that's actually a true helpmeet, a true wife, right? It says, "I will make him an helpmeet for him," right? So let's look up this word helpmeet. Okay, and I'll read it in 18. It says, "And the Lord said, the Lord power said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him." All right, so let's go into the Hebrew word and the definition of a helpmeet or helper. Okay, it says, Izar, which says a help, a succor. Okay, a help, succor, one who helps, a secretary. What do a lot of these so-called black women say when they see a woman, making dinner for her husband and she's putting it on video and showing how she serves her husband? They'll say, "What are you, the help? Are you the help? Are you the help?" Because they don't see themselves as helpers, because they're not real women. They're not fulfilling their role in the West, especially the so-called black woman. She's at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to being a wife, right? And that's what a wife is. A wife is a helper, a succor. Okay, let's look up this word succor. All right. And guess what? When something doesn't fulfill its purpose or its duty, what do you do with it? It's useless, so you throw it away. You don't deal with it. Right? So this is why would you deal with those kind of women? All right? They're actually useless. When you, after you bust a nut and you got post nut clarity, why would you need them around you? right? They bring no utility. They just become liabilities at that point because you got to take care of them. You got to deal with their bullshit. You got to, be their therapist and all these different things. But they're not fulfilling their role. But you got to fulfill all these roles, be the protector and the provider and all these different things, right? So that doesn't work. Okay. The word succor means assistance, right? So an assistant and support in times of hardship and distress, right? So it's not just when the man is wealthy and so on and so forth. There's going to be ups and downs in life, especially if you're an Israelite. You're under the curses, right? There's going to be ups and downs, especially, and of course, a man of the Lord. All we got is ups and downs, right? And then a little bit more down, and then maybe some up every now and then, right? That's what we got, right? So guess what? A woman is supposed to be a help in those times too, not just in the good times. See? So their mindset when it comes to marriage is just they're sitting at home as princesses and waiting for the man to bring in the check. No, that's not your role. Okay? Your role is a lot more. There's a lot more to it than that. Okay, this is Genesis 3:16. It says, "Unto the woman he said," right? This is because she went and basically disobeyed Adam, because Adam gave her the order, and because the Most High gave him the order, and she went and she took of the philosophy of the serpent, right? And the Most High, basically told her this. This is Genesis 3:16. It says, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children." So a woman was created to have sorrow. Let's read that. Let's read about sorrow. Let's get that in the etymology, not in the etymology, in the Hebrew. Now, in the kingdom, this is all going to be done away with, right? Dealing with the sorrow part. Okay, pain, labor, hardship, sorrow, toil, right? That's part of her purpose, is to kind of they have their ups and downs with their emotions and so on and so forth, right? Which that in itself is a hardship, and that brings sorrow and depression. And the man is supposed to be that rock to kind of get her mind right, but she still has her duties to fulfill, regardless of all that. So I'll read this again. It says, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception, and in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children," right? So conception, that's going into her pregnancy, right? And it says that in sorrow she's going to bring forth children. That's those labor pains. Okay, those labor pains. "And thy desire shall be to thy husband," and her desire is supposed to be towards her husband. Okay, it's not supposed to be towards her career like this world says. See, you'll never be happy chasing a career. Okay, but you can be fulfilled, having a husband and a family. "And he shall rule over thee." So the husband is supposed to rule over the wife, right? In this society, you women have lost your position. You've basically not fulfilled that role. You look at that as being lesser than what you're supposed to be, when it's not. That's exactly what you were created to be, right? So let's start with that. So when a man gets a wife, he's supposed to get a helpmeet, right? When you read the Apocrypha, it says a when a man, he that getteth a wife getteth a possession, because the word wife just means woman. He that getteth a wife or a woman getteth a possession. Okay, so matter of fact, let's look up the definition of the word wife. Let's go into that, because they act like the wife is like some super high rank. It's not a super high. A wife is not a super high rank. Eh? A wife just means that's your woman ultimately. Let's go into etymology, man. Okay, let's go into the word etymology. Let's go into the etymology of it all. Right. So, can you have wives of the other nations? Yes, you can. Right. It's just not. They're just not on the same level as an Israelite woman. There's rank in everything. Okay, it says wife. Noun. It says Middle English with from the Old English with, neuter, woman, female, lady. That's all it means. That's all it means. Also, but not especially wife. From Proto, Wefa, so on and so forth, from Dutch, blah, 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 blah. But from here, you can see that all it means is woman, female, lady. Right? All these, listen, that's all it means. Okay? So when you say this is my wife, all you're saying is this is my woman. So what is boyfriend and girlfriend? That's a made up Edomite madness. There's really no such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend. After you sleep with a woman, right? When you lay with a woman, that becomes your wife. Okay? That's all that it takes is sex. That's all it takes. Let's go into Rebecca when she met Jacob. Excuse me, Salakia. Let's go to this. Let's type in this. Let's type this in. Mother's tent. Okay. Right. There we go. Let's go to, this is when he's first meeting Rebecca. He didn't take her on a date. He didn't go to the movies. He didn't get down on one knee. He didn't give her a ring. He didn't do any of these things. Okay. She was being brought from her parents' house to meet who was going to be her new husband, which was Isaac. Right. It said, and Rebecca lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel, for she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Right? So because back in the ancient world, before you had sex with a woman, basically she would cover her face, so you wouldn't even know. It's basically, it would be like a gift, right? She was coming to you as a gift, you know, and you would open up the veil like you open up a gift. It says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, right? It says, and Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. Right? So all he did was bring her to his mother's tent. What do you think they were doing in his mother's tent? They weren't playing chess. They weren't playing video games. Okay? He went right to the sex, because that's how you consummate the marriage. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. Hey, his what? His wife, aka what? His woman. And he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death, right? So he had sex with her. That's what it means, okay? When you go into the Bible, Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary, and you look up marriage, it says it's consummated and constantly nourished by sex. Now, let's look up the word consummated. So this whole thing of you having to get a ring and sign a contract with Esau, that's heathenistic. Okay? And then you see that's a trap. It's clearly a trap. So why the hell would you why would you make yourself to get a trap? Why would you put yourself in a trap knowingly? For what? That's a sign of desperation. That's a sign of straight up desperation. That's why after these dudes sign these marriage contracts with these women, they don't even respect these dudes no more. They don't even give them sex or nothing like that, because that shows that you're desperate for her, that you're so scared to lose her that you're willing to put your whole fucking life on the line, man, your whole career on the line. Okay, everything that you've gained. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Because you see how these, especially if you have money, especially if you got something going for yourself, right? And then you see that, obviously you're doing, because they're hypergamous, so they're looking for dudes that's doing better than them. You got all these things going for yourself, and you come and marry this woman that when you divorce, it's gonna be, she can make your life a living hell, right? And then if you have children, oh my goodness, with a marriage, that's why I showed at the beginning, I had that video up, because that guy was catching pure hell behind that. And there's a lot of men catching hell behind that mistake. Okay, now the word consummate, it says make a marriage or relationship complete by having sexual intercourse. Oh my goodness gracious. So the marriage is, and it tells you this in the dictionary. This is the dictionary. This is not even a compact. This is not the compact Bible dictionary. This is just a regular Oxford dictionary. It says make a marriage or relationship, which marriage and relationship is the same shit. See, they're trying to switch it up. That doesn't make it. There's no such thing as boyfriend, girlfriend. It's a marriage. When a woman is, when a man sleeps with a woman, that becomes his wife, according to the scriptures. Okay, according to the Bible. Make a marriage, I'm not even going to say the other part, complete by having sexual intercourse. Show me a scripture where a guy said, oh, he was having a relationship with this woman. No, that person became his wife, okay, if he had intercourse, unless she was a straight up harlot on the streets, right? Unless she was a harlot, right? But even then, there was times when men ended up becoming, made harlots their wives, and they had to agree to only be with them. Right? For example, Hosea, because the Most High told him to do that. Right? Then you had Samson. Right? So it says make a marriage or relationship complete by having sexual intercourse. Okay? So that's what the word consummate means. Okay? And let's go here, because you're not supposed to put the woman in a position of power over you. Even the scriptures say, give not a woman power over thy substance. Give not thy wife power over thy substance. Let me get this, man. Let me get this. Or your children. Give not wife power over substance. KGV. Let's see what this says. Sirach 9:2. It says, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Okay, so you're not supposed to give her that power to be able to control your substance, right? Right, because guess what? What is the old saying say? That women are fickle and changeable things, meaning they change with their emotions. You can't trust nobody that's constantly changing like that, right? You got to put things in proper perspective. Let's get this. Sirach 33:19. It says, give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest. And give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. And that's what that guy in the video did with his wife. You know, he basically gave everything over to her. So, you know, then he caught pure hell, went to jail and all that. He was in the jail cell with MS-13 members and all this type of stuff. So when you sign that contract, you're giving her power over you, because the system is tailored in their favor. It's not tailored in your favor. Okay. Let's go to Exodus 21 and verse 11. And it says, and if he do not these, matter of fact, I'll go to verse 10. And this is a cut for the IUIC. Okay, showing you they say they're about the law, but they're not about the law. They're about the laws. They're about the laws, as long as is as long as it's in, how do you say it, in agreement with the American society. That's when they're about the law. That's as far as it goes, and they don't know a lot of the law. Okay, this is Exodus 21:10. It says, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and what proves they don't know the law is that they're slandering people openly on camera. They're slandering us openly on camera, being false accusers. What does the law say about that? Salaki, this is Exodus 21 verse 10. It says, if he take him another wife. Oh, wait a minute. So a man in Israel can take another wife? Yes, I'm reading the law right now. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish, right? Meaning you have to have enough substance to take care of the other wife as well, right? It says, and if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money, right? You gotta make sure that you have something to be able to deal with that other woman. You know, you working at Walmart and think you're gonna have 2-3 wives, and how's that gonna work, right? Right? But then again, we're in hell, so things work a bit differently here. But it says, and if he do not these three unto her, right, then shall she go out free without money. But so she goes out, she can leave, she can go free, but without money. Right? Not in this society. In this society, they can take half of what you got because she had to stay at home, put her career on the side. Listen, they were not created for a fucking career. They were created to serve a man. That's what they were created for, not a career. So she was doing what her purpose was, right? You see what I'm saying? She put her life on hold, her goals and ambitions. What ambition? The scriptures say that her desire was supposed to be to her husband, right? Showing you this Edomite is a damn devil. All right. Speaking of the so-called white man, okay, which the majority of them are Edomites. All right. This is Matthew 5:32. It says, "But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication." So if she commits adultery, and this is what goes on in society, a man will get divorced because the woman committed adultery, and he'll still have to pay money so that she can go and continue to commit adultery and have constant income and be funded to do so. It says saving for the cause of fornication, showing you this is a wicked, evil society that needs to be completely destroyed and uprooted, man. It says saving for the cause of fornication causeth her to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery. So Yahushua was with it. If a woman cheats on you, Yahushua was with you telling her to kick rocks. Yahushua was with it. He said it right here, right? But you're not just supposed to be sleeping with women because I got bored. I'm not feeling her no more. I'm not in love with her no more. None of that Hollywood bullshit, okay? It's a duty before anything. It's not about love. You deal with a woman, you're supposed to keep her as your woman for life. She's your woman for life, your responsibility for life, right? Unless what? She goes not the way that you would have her, or she commits adultery. Meaning she's completely unruly, okay? Or she commits adultery. So you women better be in order as well. Again, ye have heard that it hath been said by them of old, thou shalt not, okay, Salakia. So that's it on that, right? Because adultery is that's what goes on. That's what goes on in this society. And they incentivize these women to commit adultery, right? And when you do that, you're even incentivizing them more to commit adultery because they're like, they got you, right? You sign that paper, they got you by the balls. If you try to divorce them, blah, 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 guess what? Now I'm gonna take half your money too. So she can do what she wants, and then she don't care about you. She don't even care about you no more, gaining your approval anymore, or your how would you say it? Yeah, her approval, I guess, because she already got you because you signed that contract. That's the ultimate sign that she got you, right? And for you to do that in this society is you're only doing yourself a disservice. This is Leviticus 20:10. It says, "And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death." So the man and the woman is supposed to be put to death. Not supposed to be monkey branching from man to man. But this is what this incentivizes them to do that, because they feel like they got you, because they do legally. You're giving them power over you by signing that damn contract. And that's why this guy on the screen is was through, because he seemed to pick his life up. But he was definitely through when you listen to his story. And yeah, his wife, and this judge, they put his ass in jail, man. You know, and sucked him dry for everything that he got. So you can watch this video on a mediocre tutorial and review. So if you get married in society, you get what you get, man. This is going on to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achakwadash. The belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.